So here we are at the Underworld. And here's our little setup. Got a Mackie HD24 and a Mackie mixer. We're wiring a loom which is being split from the stage box over there, where everything is going to from the stage. And we're going to attempt to record this band live, and it should be an interesting experience.
So I don't know if you can hear this, but basically this is the way it's all wired up. We've got all the looms, we've got a splitter on the stage box over there, bringing in a 16-channel loom from the stage box. So all the XLRs from the mics on the stage, the DI boxes, are going to splitter cables. One half is going into the stage box and being fed to the front of house engineer over there. The other half are being split off, and they're coming into the Mackie here. Then what we've got is we've got direct outs coming out of the Mackie into the back of the Alesis. I was calling it a Mackie earlier. This is an Alesis HD24. And all the channels, all the EQ on the channels are set completely flat. Nominal gain on a couple of things. I put them all at about 1 o'clock. Some of them I've dropped the snare a little bit, and some of the phases we've dropped the snare, we've dropped the bass a little bit so it's going up into the red. So basically we set it up so when things were playing, we were getting a kind of nominal level there on the things. Not as nominal as it should be for a studio recording. But we don't have a situation where somebody does something really loud and it overloads during the gig and we get clipping, yeah? So that's the setup. And there's my pass. I better go and sort it out, yeah? Fucking hell. Once the crowd's dispersed, I'm going to take you through the wire up of the stage box and stuff like that, so you can see it proper, that was great, absolutely brilliant.
So, let's go down to the stage. Let's go this way, and I'm going to show you how the whole thing was wired up. Say hello. Now then, I think we have to put night vision on here. Here's the stage box, a bit hard to see, but basically what we did was, all the feeds coming in, we put them, these were some leads that we wired up that were just straight cables because we didn't have enough in the loom, but basically we got these splitters, right? So there, see the split? So what we did was, this is the signal, this is the cable coming off stage from one of the microphones, goes into a splitter, one's going into the stage box, and that's going off to the front of house mix over there and to the monitor mixer here. The other cable is going out on this loom, out there. Just come around this side. Hey! And the loom, we hired the loom. Actually, no, we bought one, and that runs all the way along the stage. And up here, and 16 channels feeding into the Mackie mixer, and then feeding into the Alesis with a 16 channel loom going into the back of the Alesis HD24. These ones are the playback looms. These are the looms coming from the stage box. So there's 2 banks of 8. We put the Alesis HD into 16 track mode, and then we wired up another 16 channels coming from the outputs back into the Mackie, so we could check the mix prior to setting it to record for the beginning of the gig. And that's how we did it. What it'll sound like when we get it back, we've got to now get the data off the disc. I'll talk about that more later. I'm in night shot mode still, by the way, so that's why it's all kind of black and white. I've showed you the mix before, but there's the looms coming in and out. And just simply we use the direct outs, 16 direct outs on the channels of the Mackie, EQ set completely flat, and just adjusted the fader to make sure we weren't overloading the channels down here on the Alesis, which has just decided to go into switch off mode, standby. Let me put it on again. Power up your bugger. Oh, someone's pulled the mains. Yeah, someone's pulled the mains. Okay, right, well, whatever. Okay, I'm in night vision mode now because it's pretty gloomy here. Just put the light on, but it's still gloomy. Okay, back at the ranch, there is a network connector on the back of the Alesis machine. I've got that connected up here to a router, which is then distributed into the network in here via some hubs and stuff. Okay, so just going to stand the unit up again. Hang on. Okay, so I've just booted her up, and there's the display, and you've got over here the drive set. There's 2 drive buttons, one here for drive 1, and one over here for drive 2. Okay, and everything's ready to go now. We go for what I want to do is go for the utility button here, hit that utility, and if you go through the utility, step through by pressing the button. You go through various things to do the disk, and then you get to FTP server, enable FTP, yes, no, right, just step past that and you can set the IP address. Now I found that it defaults to 192.168.0.0.100, but the standard kind of default is 192.168.0 and then whatever afterwards, so that's how the machines in this network are set up. They've all got, but the last set of 3 digits is different for each machine. So I set it to not to the default recommended, but to that, and then it was accessible on the network. And so you cycle around. You also can set the subnet mask, which is set to default. And if you want to, you can set a gateway address as well. And you can also define a login for it, but it's set to anonymous. Okay. Right, now step through the rest of the utilities back round again, and we come to enable FTP, and you press the yes button here. That's yes, and that's no. Press yes, and the display says FTP server ready. Right, let's go through. Now in the other room here, I'll switch it out of night vision mode. Oh, is it out of night vision mode, is it? Right, that's it, it's out now. Right, okay, so in here, I'm going to boot up WSFTP, which is our FTP software. And you can see, I've set it to, I've given it a name, Alesis for this account. There's the IP address I want to address, 192.168.0.100, and it's using an anonymous login, right? And I hit OK, and there we go. And as you can see, you can choose AAF or WAV, so I'll go for the WAV, There's drive 1. There's program 1. And go into that, and there's the song 1 that I want. Go into that, and there's the tracks. Now you can see I've already transferred over nearly all the tracks, so I'm just going to finally transfer over the last one, track 16. Just highlight it and press the transfer button, and it's going to go across from the Alesis over here to the network machine just here. And you can see the file transfer starting. Now it is slow, but hey, you don't need any special adapters, and most computers have got a network card built into the motherboard, so that's that. I better get the phone now, but there you go, that's how I do it. Okay, just one last thing to add. You can see here after 4 minutes it's transferred 21% of this file, but it's, remember, the file's half a gigabyte plus, just over half a gig, yeah, because it's over an hour of recording for each track. So if you were transferring studio tracks, if you were transferring studio tracks rather than these long live recorded tracks, it would transfer way faster. So it's a great way to get the recordings off the unit and edit them. Okay, there you go.